Hey guys, welcome back to Doc Oil Talks Comics, and today I've got a barn burner for you. It is the continuation of our Thunderbolts retrospective. You thought I forgot about those videos. That's my wife again. So we have Thunderbolts issue number 4. This is written by Kurt Busiek with art by Mark Bagley and inks by Vince Russell. And we have the introduction of Jolt, also known as Hallie Takahama, who was one of the characters that was introduced into this series by Kurt Busiek and Mark Bagley. And Hallie was tortured by someone or something that was capturing kids in New York City post-onslaught. So that's how long ago this was. And it ended up being the Rat Pack who kidnapped her, but for who, we don't know yet. And somebody experimented on her, gave her some biokinetic energy powers, and so she broke free. And she says, you know, I'm going to find out who did this, and I'm going to pay them back. Meanwhile, Moonstone, Dr. Carla Sofin, is looking at how the Thunderbolts are reacting to their newfound fame, and she's concerned. And she talks to Citizen V about it and says, you know, look, most of them have been outcast and rejects their entire lives, and the psychological power of role-playing combined with a massive societal approval. And Citizen V says, you're just jumping at shadows. You remember this. You may be a skilled psychiatrist, but these are the masters of evil, and I am Zemo. And he says, I am perfectly capable of keeping my team in line, even if you are not. So they eventually arrive at Dr. Doom's castle. Now, whether or not Doom is the main adversary, we don't know yet. But what we do know is Citizen V tells Hallie to stay there and not come out. And in the end, she jumps out of the Quinjet, the Avengers Quinjet, and lands. He says, but I ordered you to stay. And she says, yeah, I know, and I didn't want to slow anything down with an argument, so I thought I'd wait until you were far enough away from the ship that it'd be more trouble to take me back than to take me along. I'm part of this, and I'm not staying behind. So he starts to tell her, you know, hey, I'm running things, and Atlas steps in and says, forget it, boss, she's a teenager. If she doesn't want to do what she's told, she's not going to do it. That's just how it works. So they get inside the castle, and they see all of these creatures that are attacking them. They're trying to get these creatures, you know, put down for the count. And Citizen V has gotten some readings from the Fixer, aka Techno, that says that there's something behind this wall. So Atlas busts a wall down, and to everybody's surprise, then you get the evil scientist Arnim Zola. And Zola has been taking these kids, taking people, and doing experiments on them to make them, I think he calls them his animen or unmen. I forgot how cool some of these house ads could be. This right here that shows what's going on with Amazing Spider-Man number 425. Think about how long ago that was. This looks like this book was cover dated July of 97, so it would have come out in June of 1997. And you get that really cool Joe Bennett cover. And the creative team on that was Tom DeFalco as writer, Steve Scroce as artist, and Bud LaRosa as inker. 48 pages, guest starring X-Man. So all of a sudden, a video feed shows up showing the T-Bolts fighting Arnim Zola. And everybody's like, where did this feed come from? What's going on here? And nobody knows just yet. Everybody's asking Dallas Riordan, who is Atlas's girlfriend and their liaison. And the main thing to take away from this issue that really, you know, hit home quickly and kind of leaves, packs a punch, is Citizen V is about to deal the killing blow to all of these creatures that have been attacking them. And in the end, Hallie says, no, wait, you can't do that. I recognize something in their eyes. And she says, I've been trying not to think about it, but I know who they are. I recognize your eyes. That's you in there, isn't it, Jeff, Chrissy, Pete? This is what the experiments did, isn't it? And then it turns out that it was Techno that was sending the feed. So it's looking good for the T-bolts. And Meteorite says, the minicams, this is all going out live. And Jolt says, I promise to keep you safe. I promise to protect you. And I'm so sorry that I couldn't. And you get to see these characters come close to her. And she says, you know, I'm alive and you're not. If you want to kill me, if you want to take me out, then I totally understand. I get it. I get it. But, you know, maybe we can reverse whatever he did to you if you can only break his hold over you, if you can only try. Can you do that for me? And it's like the monster, you know, kind of looks at her, and it's one of those situations where the monster blinks, and then, you know, and she starts to cry, and then the monster cries, and then it unalives itself. And she says, what have you done? Looking at this pile of ash, and then she says, what have I done? And Zola tries to goad her into killing him, or try to killing him, and instead she says, no, you're going to jail. You're going to go to jail, and you're going to pay for your crimes, and I hope you rot there. And in the end, the reporters show up, and they're like, hey, is this girl a new Thunderbolt? You know, have you added her to the ranks? And Zemo doesn't want to add her, but there's Meteorite in his ear again. They love her. She's the darling of the moment, the hero of the day. She'll bring us even more respectability. Of course, if you don't make her a member, they'll want to know why, and that could jeopardize our secrets. So in the end, Jolt becomes a new member of the Thunderbolts. We get a really heavy emotional beat out of this issue, and in the end, we get issue 4 of what I still think was the very strongest first 12 issues of any series that I've ever read. So if you guys haven't checked this book out yet, this is the 4th out of 12 videos in this series. If you did like it, hit that like and subscribe. I'm not sure whether there's a hype video behind these videos or not, but if you see a hype button, go ahead and smash that hype button so that we can get this kind of stuff out to more people. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been issue 4 of the Thunderbolts Year 1 Retrospective.